A JRPG series that I think is one that I wish I had more time to spend with are the Tales of games. I say this a lot about many JRPGs in general. As I have gotten older, I found it harder and harder to run through these games or even stay with them. Not because the quality isn't there. I have dipped my toe in some of the greats in the past few years, but I never actually stuck with them or completed them, even though I very much wanted to. I look at the likes of, say, Octopath Traveler 2, and even the first since I never played that, or my attempts to play Lost Odyssey. Again, I love what I have played with both of those games, but never completed either of them. So circling back to the Tales of games, I feel the same way with these. I wish I had infinite time, or even just more time, dedicated time to just playing JRPGs. But Tales of Grace's F has had a new remaster come out, and honestly, it has caught my attention. I like what I have played and enjoyed so far, so much so I would like to just stop everything else that I am doing and just play something like this. And I also like that it's kinda old-fashioned. Now, before we continue, I want to thank the website 2Game for providing me with a code so that I can cover this game on the channel. This website provides a variety of PC options for all types of players, so whether you are interested in this title or another, please be sure to use my affiliate link and coupon code in the pinned comment below. This all goes to helping out the channel. Now, back to Tales.
Lazy, eh, kid? Well, no worries. I'll teach yous.
Well, all right.
Now you just copy everything I does, yeah?
You got it.
Hey, don't be copying how I talks.
This particular Tales of starts with a very traditional format. We have a young crew of adventurous kids, getting involved in things much bigger than themselves. They meet a girl they have never seen before, and she doesn't seem to know who she is. Many of the characters are hitting those cliches and tropes, but I don't see those things as bad things. In some ways, I expect this stuff, and I find it to be welcoming to see it all here. I have a likable crew, some silly stuff mixed in with other bits of humor, and it all just comes across as charming, old school, and just plain fun. Yes, the game looks older, even with the quality visual style of other Tales games from the time. There's a certain level of cheese that I expect and honestly want from these types of games. You have that all mixed in with a little bit of mystery, well, that seems to be a really good place to start the game off. And I am hooked, because I was enjoying this title right out of the gate.
No escape! No escape!
Hostiles. Yeah, take that. Tornado blade. Yeah, take that. Yeah, try this one. Tornado blade.
You sure are strong.
Strong? How so?
There's many aspects to these games that I very much enjoy. The combat is one of those, usually a big highlight, because the games are more action-oriented within the RPG setting. You can pull off different combos and moves as you are wailing on the bad guys. This is found in Grace's as well, and very much reminds myself how good this stuff is. Each of the characters have their own styles and abilities that can aid you too, which is a big component that I love about meeting a new party member, because not only do you get another ally and probably an interesting character, but you also get an opportunity to try out another character, and you might gel with this one over another. It sort of lets the player take on various styles of gameplay, if they so choose, whether it be someone more melee or spell focused. There's a freedom here, along with the encouragement to then experiment with the entire cast. Who knows, a late team member might actually be one of your favorites. The action feels good, it can get a bit chaotic at times, but the smacks, whacks, and general impact have a nice feel to them, and the sound effects are good as well. This is definitely turning into a situation of where the more I play this, the more I want to keep going. Good initial cast, checks the right boxes for the tropes I want. Looks good, sounds good, feels like an older old-fashioned title in a way. A traditional Tales game that I'm familiar with based on my past. The action is fun, it's charming, and I think a bit underrated too. Now with this game, this wasn't the first time that I played a Tales of game. I think I have a similar situation that maybe a bunch of GameCube players had back in the day. My start with the Tales series was with Symphonia. I mainly went with the GameCube for that generation, and I was starved for more RPGs and JRPGs. I think most of us were at the time. We did get some really awesome ones, like Bait and Kados along with Symphonia. Now I've only played a handful of the Tales titles, and I've only beaten 2 of them, but Symphonia, wow. What a game to get my start with that series. I loved the cast, the art style, the music, the action gameplay, the story. It was easily one of the best games on that system, and while many of us were starved for JRPGs, at least getting something like this was great because we finally had something to turn to, and it ended up being a really good one. Later on after the GameCube, I got a PS2, and with that came Tales of the Abyss, another title that I enjoyed. Much of the same style, execution, humor, and yes, enjoyable gameplay returned too. While I have not beaten this new remaster, I am finding myself getting hit with much of the same feelings that I would expect from this series, seeing it here and understanding that I think I'm going to be in for something similar, yet a very enjoyable time too. I want to circle back to what I commented on at the beginning of the video, is that I feel like in the last few years I haven't really been able to dive into lengthy JRPGs like I used to. I want to play them more of them, the new ones and plenty of classics that I missed out on along the way. It's a wide genre that I absolutely love, even more so when it's more of a traditionally styled game. I think part of that is that where I'm at in my life, that the thought of playing JRPGs is great and a strong one. It pulls me in, but at the same time I find myself having a natural preference for shorter games. Honestly, for me, the shorter the better. A shorter title that is highly replayable is exactly what I've been looking for. In the time to beat a JRPG, depending on what that is, I could beat a couple to several games for the same time. I think I will put some of this blame on me being a dad. Kids are great, wonderful, I love mine. But that also means less time for gaming, at least for right now. Who knows, they may want to help me when they start getting older. But like I said before, this Tales of Grace's remaster is not where I started with the series. It's not my entry point, but it is something that I would love to return back to. I see Tales, and then when I go back and play an entry from this series, it sort of feels like returning back to an old best friend. This one feels in line with the stuff that I have seen before, which given the opportunity to then try this one out, I'm compelled to keep going with this new one. While I don't know if I will do that right now, it certainly is something I want to do. I feel the pull. Maybe if you want to see me cover more JRPGs or Tales of games, let me know in the comments below. If this video gets enough attention, who knows what might happen. So I'll leave it there. My ramblings on Tales of and the new remaster. It's a title going under the radar, and maybe even a bit underrated in that sense. I like it, it's very charming. So has every other game that I've played in this series so far been. This video really turned into me showing this cool new remaster, and then sort of morphed into me talking about how I'm so nostalgic for the ones that I enjoyed before. Again, if I can even have a point to all of this, is that I feel the same stuff from those 2 titles that I played in the past, with what I'm playing now with Grace's. Have you tried this new remaster? Are you a series fan? What's your favorite Tales of game? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you're a PC player, please check out the 2 game affiliate links and coupon codes in the pinned comment. This all goes to helping the channel. If you're interested in supporting the channel, please check out my Patreon page. For just $1 a month, you can help to keep this channel going strong, and this allows me to be able to do more for my awesome audience. Please check out the links in the description and pinned comment for ways to support the channel. And most of all, thank you very much for watching.